Just because you're scrolling on Instagram and you're seeing other people do well with their lives, do well with their business, their ministry, and every other thing you can think of, doesn't mean that God has forgotten you. And if you're not careful, you would start to feel less of yourself. Social media has a way of making you feel like you're not growing. It has a way of making you start to compare yourself with other people who look like they have it all figured out. I was 19 or 20 when I started putting so much pressure on myself. I started comparing myself to Instagram influencers. At the time, I wanted to be an influencer, and I saw this particular influencer. They were two, and they would go out to take pictures, go out to eat. They've been on this journey for about 5 years, but I just entered the content space. I was still about 6 months in, and I was already getting frustrated because I wasn't looking as good as them. Number one, I was very young. Number two, I didn't have money. Number three, I had not even started content. I wasn't even living in their location, so it was not possible for me to get the kind of pictures that they had. But comparison, like they say, is the thief of joy. And if you are not careful, if you're not careful of what you watch or what you take in on social media, you might just end up, I don't know, just see. I've learned something. Not everybody on social media has it figured out. Nobody has it figured out. In fact, the people that you look up to, the people that we call our mentors, the people we call our role models, if you want to check their life deeply, you would see that they also have things that they battle with, but you would never see that part on social media. All you see is the joyful, the happy, the celebration. Nobody wants to post their downfall on social media. Nobody wants to post the behind the scene. Nobody wants to post the sad part of their life on social media. I honestly also think that social media is becoming an obsession these days. Everybody's obsessed with social media. I just want to post. I just want to be there. I want people to see me. But behind the closed doors, are these people really who they are on Instagram? Aside from what you see outside, are they truly what they call themselves inside? And sometimes you start to fantasize about these people, especially when you're obsessed with them. You start to feel like you're not in the right place. You start to feel like, why am I not doing what this person is doing? And this was the same thing that happened to me this influencer, when I was watching these influencers. These people had started 5 years ago. In fact, one had started about 7, 8 years ago, and I was trying to copy what she was doing. I would go to her page, check for the outfit she was wearing, kind of shoes she was wearing. I would try to get it. I was literally living my life just to validate the feeling of other people. I want other people to see that I was also trying my best, and I also wanted to be like that person because I was always posting about this person. So I wanted people to see that, oh, yes, I can do it. I can be like this person. And it made me almost depressed at a point because I was putting in my best. I was showing up. I would go to the person's caption, go and read what the person is writing. I would try to infuse it into my own style, but at the end of the day, I became tired and frustrated. See, our path is very, very different. Our paths are very different. Because this person is doing this doesn't mean that you should do it. Because this person is into ministry, because this person is preaching, doesn't mean that you should preach. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't do the work of Christ, but the pulpit is not for everybody. The stage is not for everybody. The crowd is not for everybody. The mic is not for everybody. Sometimes you just have to be at the background doing what you know how to do best. Sometimes you pressure yourself because you want what these people have, not what God wants for you. Have you ever imagined, have you ever thought, have you ever sat down to think to yourself, what I'm doing right now, is this where I'm supposed to be? Is this what God wants for me? Or is this what I want for myself because of the, social media pressure? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing with my life? at age 23, 24, 25, if you have not achieved a certain goal, social media will make you feel like you're failed. I had to stop unfollowing blogs. I had to stop unfollowing a lot of people because they became a threat to my life. I started feeling like I wasn't doing well for myself at age 21, 22. It felt like I was not trying my best. It felt like I was slow. The word is slow. It felt like I was slow. And to be honest, I was doing my best. I was doing everything possible to be who God has called me to be. So sometimes it's not that you're stagnant. Sometimes you're just scrolling too much on social media. You have allowed the noise to get into your head. That's the only thing. Sometimes you are right where God wants you to be. Sometimes you are in your waiting season. Sometimes it's just pressure that you want to put on yourself. And the funny thing is, sometimes you know that you're not supposed to be watching this person. You know that you're not supposed to be following this person, but you just keep on following the person and it is affecting you unconsciously. I wanted to share a personal experience, but anytime I want to speak, I just feel like it is not time to talk about it. And when it's time, by God's grace, I'm going to share it on YouTube. But social media, I'll tell you, is not a real place. It is not. It is not a new place. You need to be careful of who you listen to, who you consume, what you watch, what you see. If you watch this video and you've come across somebody and you're just like, I don't think I should be following this person, but you didn't unfollow the person. I think you should. I think you should. Sometimes people that inspire you, they they don't. There's a word I want to use. Somebody put it out on Instagram, and the person was like, "These people don't inspire you. These people are putting so much pressure on you, so much pressure on you." And sometimes when I see flyers or speaking engagements and everybody's going there, I tell my friends, be discerning, know who you listen to. You don't go for every speaking engagement because you see this person's live on Instagram, because you see that this person is doing well on Instagram, doesn't mean that you should listen to this person. It doesn't make any sense to me. So sometimes you have to be discerning. You need to be careful of who you listen to. Social media does more harm than good. I'll tell you. Don't let people use their filtered life, the videos, the pictures, the travel. You don't want to be deceived by that. You honestly don't want to be deceived. Some of them don't even have what you have. That's the honest truth. Most people don't have what you have, but because you see it outside, you feel like, oh, that's life. But most times you're better off. You are better off on your part. You are better off as who you are. You don't have to put so much pressure on yourself. What you need is focus on God. Focus on what you're doing. Focus on becoming who God has called you to be. Focus on your path. Focus on your calling. Be yourself. Right now, I feel like I am becoming the best version of myself because I let go of the social media pressure. I stopped comparing myself with other people and now I am living life. There's just this joy when you're comfortable. There's this joy when you're not feeling like there's something pulling you, like there's a force. And I used to feel that way. It would feel like there was something dragging me. I would just go to this person's page, download everything that this person has been doing. But this is for you. You're on the right path. You are just where you're supposed to be. You are in the right place and God is with you. Thank you so much guys for watching. Please like this video, drop a comment, share to your friends, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.